Year 11. As we enter Autumn 2, the Year 11 team have put together a guide on how you can make the most of Year 11 to support your summer exams. So the question that we pose to you is, are you making the most of Year 11? What did you do in Autumn 1 to put yourself on that road to achievement? Let's take a little look at some tips on how you can make the most of this year. Embrace the school year. So the way that we need to do that is focusing on, first of all, our attendance. Attendance is incredibly important throughout your whole school life, but in particular in Year 11, it's important that you are making the most of every single day and making sure that you are attending every single day. Attending school every day puts you one step ahead than you were the day before. As you can see, that if your attendance is 95%, that equals 1 week and 4 days of learning missed. And as you can see, as the attendance gets lower here, the more learning time that is missed. If you are not in your lessons, you are not getting the subject specific knowledge from our staff. It is really important that you are making the most of every single lesson, but you can't do that if you are not in school. This here shows you exactly how important it is to keep your attendance up to 100% or above 95%. So let's really push ourselves from now to make sure that we are pushing up our attendance. And Mrs. Banks will be putting in rewards for those that are managing to get 95% or above. Getting ready for your lessons. Making sure you are organised for each school day is really important to you progressing in school. Some of you might not think this has a big impact on your school day, but actually it does. Checking you have the right equipment and being prepared for your lessons is incredibly important. If you don't, this could delay the start of your lessons, which again stops you from learning. It may be that you do forget your equipment. If you do, then make sure you're telling your staff when you arrive so that they can sort that out for you straight away. Or you could ask your head of year or ASL on the front door when you enter school. Taking notes of the key dates. There will be lots of dates in Year 11 of mock exams, of parents' evenings, of events that you can attend, of sessions after school and before school. If it is that you don't know these key dates, you may miss out on some valuable events that are going to help support you with progressing in your exams. Check your timetable so you know what you need for each day. Again, this links into being prepared for your lessons, which stops you from missing out on learning time. As well as that, check your timetable each day so you know exactly what lessons you are going to. It is really important that you are arriving on time because it means you are missing out on the start of your lessons and your rotas where you are recalling knowledge if you are late. So make sure that you are organised from now throughout the whole of the year. This will not only help you throughout your school days, but this will also help you make sure that you have the right equipment when it comes to your summer exams. Setting academic goals. It's really important that you are setting yourself targets or goals to help motivate you throughout the year. Not only do these goals help motivate you, but it also helps you to identify your areas of what you need to focus on. So the way to set your academic goals is by first of all identifying your strengths and weaknesses. This means understanding which subjects that you excel in and which ones you need more attention in. You can look at your previous ROP results from the end of Year 10, or you can set these goals following the mock exams and reflect on where you have achieved and where you would have liked to have achieved more. Make sure that when you do set these goals that they are SMART. Make sure they are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time-bound. So what that means is make sure that they are relevant to you. Set those goals based on the subjects that you need to focus on. But make sure that they are realistic and that you can measure the success. Make sure that you can achieve them in a timely manner. And also track your progress. It is important that when we set these goals that we are also regularly reviewing them. And throughout the year, it will be that you may need to adjust these goals, because as time goes on and the more you reflect, the more you will realise that you need to focus on different areas because you have successfully achieved one of your goals. You can make short goals for the half term, and you can also make goals for the end of the year. So start off by setting those academic goals for this half term, and then see which goals that you would like to achieve by the end of the year. Year 11 mock exams. So, as I'm recording this presentation, we are 7 days away from our mock exams. So how can we effectively prepare for our mock exams and also summer exams? Because remember, the reason we do the mock exams is to help you understand what it will be like in the summer, but also so that the teachers can ensure what it is you need to focus on moving forward. So the best way to prepare for our mock exams is first of all by creating a study routine. Taking ownership of your revision is really important because you need to be revising your content so you remember it for your exams. Designing a schedule will help embed revision into your daily routine and will help prepare you for your summer exams and support you feeling confident and also easing anxiety. Exams can be stressful and they can heighten our feelings. By designing this schedule, it will help you to really focus on what you need, and it will help you to feel prepared for your mock exams and then your summer exams. Mrs. Banks did an assembly with you on how best that you could create a study routine and gave you a template on what you could use. If you haven't already, make sure that today you are getting your study routine down. Make sure you are amending it to suit your weeks also. So for example, when it comes to your mock exam weeks, you will need to amend your schedule to suit the mock exam timetable. Look at your timetable and make sure you are placing the revision where it suits the exam that is going to be the following day. Exam revision should have already started well in advance, and you should have started that really at the start of Year 11. A lot of pupils will often say, I don't need to revise until the actual exams happen. However, by revising now, it will help you feel more confident and it will help you understand the techniques that you need, because it's important that you practice because there are various techniques that can be used. Let's have a little bit look at more at how you can best prepare for your mock exams. Effective study techniques. It is really important that you are thinking about the techniques that you are using to revise. There are many different ways that you can revise, but not all of them will suit you as a learner. At the start of the year, we had a revision masterclass with Mr. Richardson, where he shared with you different ways to support you revising. There will be many other ways that you can revise to suit your subjects, and subject staff would have shared with you different revision material that you could use. Make sure you are taking everything that has been shared already and practicing those techniques, because then you will understand which one will help support you in your exams. Throughout the year, we're going to have more revision classes as well, so you can understand more ways to use different techniques. But how we can engage with the material is through discussions, teaching others, or applying concepts to real life situations. This is us being active with our learning. As well as that, we can also use different study aids. Flashcards, mind maps and summaries can help reinforce learning. Practice past papers. Familiarise yourself with the exam format and types of questions. This is really important, and you can ask your members of staff for past papers that you can take home. Familiarising yourself with the language that is used on the exam will prepare you for the summer exams, as it won't be a shock for you when you sit down and you see a certain question written in a different way. Staff are looking at ways to support you with the language that is used also in the exams, so make sure you're taking note of the vocabulary that will be used. If it is that you would like any support with certain study aids, so you would like some flashcards or mind maps, please let Mrs. Banks know and we can make sure that we can support you and provide you with those study aids. So to summarise how we can prepare for our exams, start early. Beginning your revision well in advance of the exam dates is only going to benefit you. Remember to create that revision plan, allocate time for each subject and stick to that plan, but also make sure you are looking at your strengths and the areas that you need to focus on more. Also, practice under exam conditions. This will help support you when it comes to the mock exams. Think about certain timing in subjects that you need for specific questions and take that home, put yourself in a quiet area and time yourself by practicing maybe a past paper. Think about also the techniques that you have learnt so far and remember to practice using these techniques so you understand which one is best going to support you. So throughout the presentation we are focused on how we can support ourselves from an academic point of view. But it is really important that we are also focusing on ourselves and building healthy habits. Regular exercise can really help boost your mood and energy levels, and it's really important that you are engaging in physical activity, ideally daily. Getting yourself out for a walk can really not only benefit you physically but also mentally. Healthy eating. Healthy eating is going to be incredibly important throughout Year 11 because it's going to help support your concentration and overall well-being. By having a balanced diet, that is going to support your progress throughout the year and it's going to help you be ready for each school day. It will also help support you when it comes to the mock exams and the schedules for the summer exams. An adequate amount of sleep. Ensuring you get enough rest to stay alert and focused is really important. This is also going to help support your attendance and punctuality to school. Make sure that you are putting away any distractions when you go to bed so that you are not getting into a habit of going to bed at a certain time, maybe being on a certain device like a phone, and then all of a sudden being 2 hours later and going at a later time. Get yourself a lot of rest because that is what's going to help support you in keeping yourself healthy. As we come to the end of our guide of how we can make the most out of Year 11, it's really important that you know that you can seek out help and support when needed. Throughout Year 11, you may need to ask your subject staff for help. Don't hesitate to ask them if you are struggling with a specific topic. They are going to be the members of staff that can help you and guide you where needed. As well as that, you may need support because you feel overwhelmed with the pressures that come with the year. Remember, you can speak to your head of year, your ASL, myself, Mrs. Evans, or any member of the SLT team or our pastoral team. We are all here to help support you, not only academically, but also for your well-being. In order to help you further, you may want to use some online resources, websites, videos, form rooms, because they can provide additional support with your revision. Remember though, if you do use online resources, go and speak to those subject staff so they can point you in the right directions of the best resources that will suit you. Lastly, remember we believe in you. Everyone is rooting for you Year 11 and we know just how successful you can be. Remember that success only comes with hard work. And when you are working hard, we are all going to be there right behind you, giving you all the support that you need. We are all on this road to achievement together. So never ever forget that we are your champions and that we believe in you.